both Swiggy and Zomato are dominant players in the food delivery market. But Zomato is currently in a stronger position compared to Swiggy across multiple financial and operational metrics. Now, while the overall sector is witnessing a sluggish demand, rising cost, and increasing competition, Zomato has managed and maintained its profitable position. Now, while Swiggy continues to burn cash, it has become a big problem for them, and that is why we see that the share has been falling down constantly. Now, in this video, we are going to analyze what are the key differences between Swiggy and Zomato and what is going on with the companies. Now, before we continue with the video, I want to share something very valuable with you. Now, if you can dedicate just one weekend to invest in yourself, I highly recommend joining this 2-day weekend AI training program, which happens completely for free. Now, it is valued at 10,000 rupees, but I am thrilled to offer it to you for completely free thanks to our partner for today, Outskill. It is the world's first AI-focused education platform which is backed by renowned AI investors and AI founders. Now, this 2-day program offers 16 hours of live AI training spread across 2 days, which is coming on the weekend of 1st and 2nd of March from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., which is going to be amazing. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it is a paid training for 10,000 rupees, but this is going to be exclusive only for my audience, where you can attend it completely for free. You don't have to pay even a single penny. Now, in this program, what will you get? You will get deep, in-depth knowledge on how to use 20 different AI tools to build an AI toolkit, how to do prompt engineering to achieve incredible results, how to do data analysis without coding, and how to use AI in Excel sheets to create professional presentations effortlessly. And obviously, there's a lot more things that you can learn, but when somebody is giving you knowledge for free, you should never say no. So this is applicable for both professionals from tech background and non-tech background. If you're from sales, marketing, HR, every business owner or freelancer can also come and attend this, and it is absolutely free. And over 1 lakh people from 40 different companies have already participated in this AI training. So I strongly suggest all of you guys also give this a shot. Now, the slots for this AI training is filling up fast. So if you want to know more about this, click on the link in the description to book your slot now, and make sure you join their WhatsApp group to receive all the updates. Also, an introduction call will happen for this session on Friday 7 p.m. IST, so don't miss that as well. Now, getting back to the video. Now, first thing what we're going to look at is something called MTU, which is also known as monthly transacting users. Now, this is a key indicator of the business health, and MTU represents the number of unique customers who place orders in a given month. Now, a higher MTU indicates a larger customer base, whereas more transactions and has a greater potential of revenue. Now, if you talk about food delivery alone, and if you look at Swiggy's MTU in the Q3 FY25, they had an MTU of 14.9 million, and at the same time, Zomato had an MTU of 20.5, significantly higher. This means Zomato had a significantly larger active base in the core food delivery business. Now, if we look at the quick commerce business, Zomato's Blinkit is leading again. Why? Because Blinkit's MTU is sitting at 10.6 million, whereas Instamart MTU is sitting at 7 million only. Now, why does MTU matter so much? Because the more users basically means higher transaction volumes and better network effects. Basically, a larger user base provides more opportunities for upselling and cross-selling, basically improving the unit economics. Now, higher MTU also contributes to better brand stickiness. Now, if customers are frequently using a platform like Swiggy or Zomato, they are less likely to switch to something else. Now, obviously, with higher MTU on both sides, Zomato is clearly far ahead of Swiggy, and Swiggy is lagging behind in some place or the other. Now, the second biggest problem in the industry was the sluggish demand. Now, the common sector-wide challenge in the food delivery business that we're facing is rising costs, changing consumer behavior, and a lot of extra fees that is being added right now. Despite this, Zomato has maintained its profitable position, whereas Swiggy continues to operate at a loss even though it knows Zomato's entire history. Now, if we do a quick financial comparison, Zomato's net profit is at 59 crores, which is down 57% year on year, and Swiggy's net loss is at 800 crores, and the loss has actually gone up. Now, even though Zomato's profits have declined due to higher costs, it still remains positive in the earnings, while Swiggy is still struggling to maintain its business and is incurring heavy costs. Now, let's compare revenue growth versus expenses. Now, both companies, as you know, have grown their revenue, but their costs have also gone up quite drastically. Now, if we compare Zomato's revenue, it is at 5,405 crores with a 64% year-on-year growth, and Swiggy's revenue is sitting at 3,993 crores with a 31% year-on-year growth. Now, higher revenue growth suggests that Zomato is scaling faster, while Swiggy's growth is also looking slower compared to Zomato. Now, let's look at the quick commerce competition. In the quick commerce space, there is a massive margin squeeze going on. Now, obviously, the quick commerce sector has seen intense competition from players like Zepto, which is aggressively expanding and burning cash to gain market share. Why? Because they're also coming out with an IPO and they've launched something like Zepto Cafe recently as well. Now, this is basically impacting margins for both companies. Now, Blinkit's EBITDA margin, which is earnings before interest, tax, and depreciation, is basically sitting at -1%, whereas Instamart's EBITDA is sitting at -14%. Now, Zomato's Blinkit is performing again much better than Instamart, even on a cost economics perspective. Now, the third thing that we need to consider is gross order value, or also known as GOV. Now, this is the scale of business operations. GOV basically measures the total value of orders placed on the platform. This basically means a higher GOV has a larger market share and a stronger consumer spending audience. Now, if you look at the GOV comparison as of Q3, we will see that Zomato had a GOV of 20,000 crores, whereas Swiggy's GOV was at 12,000 crores. Again, Zomato was growing faster than Swiggy. And you can see here very clearly that Zomato is getting most of the orders as compared to Swiggy. Now the question is, Shashank, why does GOV matter? The higher GOV translates into higher revenue. Basically, this gives you a better bargaining power with restaurants and with suppliers, because if I have a larger base and so many people are spending on my platform, then I have a chance to squeeze 0.5% to 1% from this as well. Now, with a faster growth rate and a significantly higher GOV, Zomato is outpacing Swiggy in the overall market penetration. Now, let's look at the quick commerce growth. Blinkit versus Instamart. Now, this battle has been going on for a very long period of time, and Blinkit's explosive growth has basically taken over Swiggy completely, because Blinkit, with its GOV rising, has gone up by 120% year on year in Q3 FY25. Now, this is impressive because this figure highlights Blinkit's increasing traction among consumers seeking rapid delivery of groceries and essential items. Now, if I compare this with Instamart's growth rate, Swiggy's quick commerce platform, Instamart has experienced 88% year-on-year growth rate. Now, this shows that Blinkit again over here is growing faster than Instamart. And again, Blinkit is capturing a higher market share. And don't forget, even Zepto is competing in this space because they want to come out with an IPO. Now, coming to the key difference in market share dynamics. Now, as you know very clearly, Blinkit is commanding a huge market share and it is sitting at 46% of the quick commerce market. Right? Now, this is a substantial market share acquisition, mainly because of Blinkit's strong brand presence, effective operational capabilities, and the ability to retain its customers. Now, if we look at Instamart, with the market share that they have only 27% of the entire market share. And at the same period, they have not grown as fast as how Zepto or Blinkit has actually grown. Now, coming to the key difference, now point number 6, which is profitability. Now, obviously, EBITDA margins are very important in this business because we need to understand who is operating at very good margins and making a profit. And if you look at Zomato, they have grown by 128% year-on-year EBITDA, reaching an INR of 285 crores in Q3 FY25. In fact, even their adjusted EBITDA margin improved by 4.3% of their GOV. Now, there are other advantages to profitability. The minute Zomato has become profitable, it has been able to do something known as capital allocation, where it is using these funds and investing in multiple different new segments. For example, they have been aggressively increasing their dominance over different sectors as well. They bought District when they ventured into the outdoor spending version, so they've gone into that space. They're also launching a B2B SaaS app, which I still don't know why that has happened, but they are now using the capital effectively and now expanding their businesses into multiple different domains. Now that brings us to point number 7, which is called strategic initiatives, which is a tale of contrasting approaches between Swiggy and Zomato. Now, Zomato is focused on aggressive expansion. They are not sticking to food delivery, or they're not sticking to Blinkit, right? They have started doing key strategic acquisitions, and we saw one of the biggest Paytm entertainment ticketing business was bought last year to enable that and convert it into District, right? Now, this proactive approach enables Zomato to diversify different revenue streams, expand its user base, increase the top line, and invariably wait for the bottom line to catch up, right? And this is something we saw with Blinkit, where when they bought Blinkit, a lot of us, did not like it in the industry, but eventually he proved everybody wrong, and that became much better. Now, if we look at Swiggy on the other side, they are completely opposite. They have a measured approach. They are not expanding, they don't have that much capital, they're using a moderate strategy, focusing on first trying to fix their existing unit economics, becoming sustainable on a GOV basis. Only then they can think of expanding into other places. So capital allocation has become a big key factor here when you start comparing Zomato and Swiggy. Now coming to another key metric, which is called AOV, average order value. Now, Zomato's average order value is 707 rupees, whereas Swiggy's average order value for quick commerce is 534. Now, again, why is AOV so important? Because every time I open an app, I go on Swiggy or Zomato, the amount of money that I spend on a particular order per order is very important, because the more I have an AOV, the higher my margins kick in, the higher my chances of making revenue, the higher my chances of becoming EBITDA positive. So if I'm spending 1,000, 2,000 rupees on Blinkit tomorrow, they will make more money, right? But right now, there is a huge 150 rupee gap between the two. Now, how do people solve this? And this is something that's happening in quick commerce platforms. People are now increasing the ticket size. One, by getting high ticket items. We saw that they were selling PlayStation, selling iPhones, selling gold during Diwali. So all of these things start adding up to a higher AOV, which also increases to higher margins. And that is why all the quick commerce companies are getting into electronics, because in the electronic game, the margins are insane. Now finally, coming to the most important factor, which is the key growth driver for both Swiggy and Zomato, is the dark store count, right? Now Zomato and Swiggy and Zepto are winning mainly because of the number of dark stores they can actually do this. A similar model was witnessed in Trent, where they increase the number of Zudio stores, which increase the number of revenue. So if you look at Swiggy's dark store performance, as of today, they have an active dark store of 705. Orders per dark store per day is 1129. The total active dark store area, which is 2.45 million square feet. And if you compare that with Zomato, they have an active dark store base of 1007 stores. And new stores added in this quarter was 216, and their target is to reach 2000 dark stores by 2025, which was earlier predicted to reach 2026. Now, Zomato has been aggressively expanding, adding 368 stores in just 2 quarters. And with 1007 dark stores, it has already surpassed Swiggy in terms of store count. Now, coming to the final conclusion, what are we looking at here? A lot of people were asking me this question, that Shashank, why is Swiggy falling? Why is Zomato not falling? How is Zomato sustaining such a high P? And I hope most of the questions were answered in this video. Now please understand, by the time I'm doing this video right now, I do not hold any shares of Swiggy, or do I not hold any shares of Zomato in mine or my any circle accounts, right? So please understand, I'm not biased towards Swiggy or Zomato. I'm just putting logical facts here, because if you look at the share price of both companies, the share price itself is indicating what is happening with the companies. My personal biases have nothing to do with it. Now coming to a turnaround effect, will Swiggy turn around? Will Swiggy eventually beat Zomato? Will Swiggy reach the market share of Zomato or the market cap of Zomato? Now, all of these questions are very difficult to answer. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the unit economics and the founders' aggression, compare it to Zomato's unit economics and founders' aggression, Swiggy has a lot of catching up to do. First things first, they have to first fix their unit economics and become profitable. Then they have to raise a lot of money to make more dark stores. And because they're already slow in their innovation process, Zepto is already catching up like there's no tomorrow, and they might just lose the quick commerce business and just sustain on food delivery business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys like this video, and I want you guys to comment below, what do you guys think about this? Will Swiggy actually do a come around? Do you think Swiggy Zepto would merge eventually in the future? And do you think anyone can topple Zomato? Let me know in the comment section below, and follow me, Shashank Udupa, for more content.